And this weekend we see the battle for the IRL finals heating up with Goodna taking on Swifts. We've got Fassifern taking on Norths, and we've got West End taking on Brothers. So that's going to be an interesting final week for the IRL. And I guess the real matchup that everyone's looking up is to see who makes that crucial fourth position in the finals.
Yeah, well, it's obviously Swifts or Norths, isn't it? So Swifts hold the upper hand over Norths on percentages in fourth position at the moment if both teams lose. So
I think it's only about 30 points in the point differential though. Yeah,
well, that's right. So Norths have got a freaking big game at Fassifern at home. They're not... It's whether they decide, I suppose. I suppose they've got the upper hand whether they want Swifts or Norths in there. If they want to lose the game by a big margin, gives Norths a chance because obviously
they could determine the fate.
Swifts have got Goodna. So.
Excellent. Well, it does say a lot about the competition that we're going into the final round with still one spot in the finals to be played for.
Well, this is probably the closest IRL competition we've had in many years. Like if West End would have won last week, they were still a chance too. So to have all six teams in the final race going into the last couple of weeks is just been great for our competition this year. So.
Looking at the top end of the ladder though, we've got Goodna and Brothers sitting in 1 and 2. Fassifern still looking dangerous as well. They've also booked the third spot in the finals, but. Just based on form, we saw Brothers go up against Goodna not too long ago and held each other to a draw. Do you see one team having improved much since then, or do you see them still pretty evenly matched?
Well, I've watched both teams over the last couple of weeks, and both teams have just continued to just go about their business, and they just do all the right things. And if you're doing that, that's why they're probably the two. I think they're the two top teams. But obviously Fassifern, on their day, they can match up with either of them top two sides as well. So.
That's true. They're the dark horse at the moment.
And obviously
now, aren't they?
Swifts too. They've lost a lot of close games. They began the season on fire and obviously lost a bit of form during the season. But they played Goodna a couple of weeks ago there and went really well against them. And Goodna's last loss was to West End.
Yep.
So it proves that anybody on their day can beat anybody.
Yep. Well, it was another 2-point loss for Swifts, unfortunately, on the weekend against Brothers. But it does show that they can push even Brothers, who could easily be number one in the competition as well, based on the form that they're bringing in. Push them right until the very end, 2 points. Yeah,
well, it was a very tight game. It was even right to the end before Brothers got over with a try towards the end of the game. So obviously that's probably a crucial point for a draw, or the crucial 2-point extra points for the win would have really helped them this weekend. But unfortunately, it's the full time, 80 minutes, as they say, and they were behind at the end of 80 minutes. So.
Yeah. Well, all three games happening at 3 p.m. on Sunday this weekend. All three home games respectively as well. So you'll have to pick and choose which game to go to this weekend. Yeah,
well, obviously I'll be at one of the games there, but I'm sure I'll be getting phone calls from the other grades there. Obviously Norths and Swifts are the two clubs that need to find out the results. So I'm sure they'll be going, what's the half-time score? How long to go? Who's winning with 10 to go, 5 to go, if it's a tight game. So.
Well, if you want to keep updated with the scores, just keep along with Bombers' Facebook page. They'll be putting up 5-minute updates.
Well, send me a message, whatever game I'm at there. I'll give you updates of my ground. But
I think we'll try and cover the scores throughout the day with the on the After the 80 Facebook page as well, just to keep everyone updated for those who are looking out for the scores on Sunday. It is going to come down to the wire, and by the end of 80 minutes across the board, we'll have our finals 4.
Well, next week it'll be Goodna, Brothers, Fassifern, and
who knows?
Whoever, Norths or Swifts.
Excellent. Good play up. Excellent. Well, get out to the grounds this weekend and support IRL. It's last round and plenty to play for.